Before Jurassic Park hit theaters in 1993, velociraptors were sort of a scientific footnote. Small, feathered hunters known mostly to paleontologists. But Spielberg's blockbuster changed everything. It turned obscure predators into pop culture icons and gave them a sleek new name, the raptor. Here's how Hollywood took a lesser-known dinosaur and made it a household name.
You can't hold a raptor in a closet. They're too smart. We'll never get off the island.
I beg to differ, for you see, the other raptors and I have constructed a crude suspension bridge to Venezuela, but perhaps I've said too much.
Before 1993, velociraptors were mostly known to scientists and hardcore dino nerds. The name velociraptor means swift thief in Latin, and it was coined all the way back in 1924. But compared to the T-Rex or the Triceratops, the velociraptor was an absolute underdog. They weren't stars, they weren't the ones that little kids knew the names of, and they weren't the ones that got the cool toys. The word raptor already had a meaning. It was the word for birds of prey, hawks, eagles, falcons. Scientists and bird watchers had used it for decades. The Raptor Research Foundation was started in 1966. The next year, they launched their journal. Now that raptor comes from the Latin word raptere, to seize. It's perfect for hawks. And it's perfect for movie monsters. And I remember Raptor as the name of a G.I. Joe character. Then came Jurassic Park. It was released in theaters in 1993. This movie catapulted velociraptors to worldwide fame. Smart, scary pack hunters.
Now, the raptor was the one, Dr. Russell, correct me if I'm wrong, that opened the door?
Yes, that's true.
Now, is that possible?
From my point of view, I would really doubt it, because what the impression of the brain is preserved within the skull, so we can get a pretty good idea of the brain-body proportions, and these scale out to a level of behavioral complexity, something like that of a chicken.
But the ones on screen, they were actually closer in size to a Deinonychus? Deinonychus. In the movie, Dr. Alan Grant says that raptor is short for bird of prey, which technically is not true.
Look at the pubic bone, turned backward, just like a bird.
And even the word raptor means bird of prey.
That doesn't look very scary. More like a 6-foot turkey.
Look at the pubic bone.
But it's a good Hollywood shorthand. Speaking of shorthand, the genius move that Jurassic Park made was shortening the name from Velociraptor to Raptor. Velociraptor was a mouthful, but Raptor, it's short, it's punchy, and it's marketable. Audiences loved it, merchandisers loved it, the media loved it.
What do you mean? I could do more. I could do the T-Rex. I could run like the raptor.
Almost overnight, Raptor no longer meant eagle or falcon. It meant a dinosaur.
We bred raptors.
Fast, deadly, and unforgettable. The word raptor exploded across pop culture. Toys? Everywhere. Video games, from Turok to Ark to Fortnite. And in the movies, the raptors never left. And memes? We got the Velociraptor. If you watch an Apple store get robbed, were you an eyewitness? What about sports? In 1995, just 2 years after Jurassic Park, the NBA unveiled the new name for their expansion team, the Raptors.
It's Blockbuster Raptorama.
All you have to do is watch the Raptors on City TV.
The new Toronto basketball team had a purple dinosaur mascot. They had claw marks on their jerseys. But here's the reality check. The raptors in real life were turkey-sized, and apparently they had feathers. They weren't human-sized monsters like we all picture. But Steven Spielberg's version rewired the public imagination, and even now, when people hear raptor, they see the movie version. Paleontologists keep trying to correct the record, but pop culture leaves a larger fossil. Over on eBay, you can get a ton of raptor figures from Jurassic Park. Who would need this? No swimming. Spinosaurus spotted. So somebody went over and put up a sign once they were like, we just saw him. Now look at this. Jurassic Park Raptor Topps comic book. Now that is awesome. Oh, stop it. Just thanks to Jurassic Park, the Velociraptor and its nickname Raptor leapt from dusty fossils into mainstream fame. Whether it's soaring across a forest, slam dunking a basketball, or slashing people on a movie screen, the Raptors are here to stay. A word with its roots in birds of prey, a touch of Latin, and a bit of Hollywood. Raptors aren't the only animal that Hollywood made famous. After the release of Finding Nemo, clownfish went from being obscure to America's most wanted aquarium pet.
Nemo and his dad lived in a symbiotic relationship with an anemone. But as it turns out, replicating all that in a fish tank can quickly get a human being in well over his head.
Saltwater aquariums are particularly hard to do, especially when doing a reef tank with an anemone and a percula clown.
And Jaws. With one movie, sharks went from predator to nightmare fuel.
The film, which drew big crowds during a special re-release this weekend, terrified audiences back then, packed theaters, and left behind a lasting fear of sharks. But while many Americans remain afraid of them, shark attacks are rare.
But the biggest one is Bambi. The 1942 Disney film didn't just give us a cute fawn. It changed how people saw deer. Before Bambi, deer were game animals. After Bambi, they were symbols of innocence and vulnerability. It fueled conservation efforts, so much so that now in many areas, deer population is too high. They overbrowse forests, wreck crops, and cause thousands of car accidents every year. Sometimes they make us love an animal, sometimes they make us fear it, but either way, they leave a mark that lasts for generations. Hey, I want you to go check out Pointless Nostalgia on Patreon. You can go there and join for free, and I post free stuff from time to time. I just recently posted a new jingle that I left out of the coffee video. It's a lot of fun. Also, if you want, you can bump up to, for a minimum of $3 a month, I will send a handwritten postcard to you every single month. And if you go all the way up to the top level, it's $9. I'll read your name at the end of every single video, and I'll send you the newsletter in the mail every single month, along with some other retro goodies. You're going to love being a member. Please go on and sign up. You can be like my very good friends, Aaron Wester, Al Archer, Carson Loveridge, Chris, Dana Snyder, M, Jason Evans, Jason Yealy, Jarrett Rusky, Jamie and Tom, Jen, Matthew Chapin, Mike and Jess, my big brother Rob, and Nick Roach, and our newest member, Robert Berry. It's pretty good times. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please go ahead and subscribe. I'll see you next time.